This is our camera setup that we use for travel vlogging, and we've used it to film our travel vlogs over on our channel Gemini Discover. We've filmed hundreds of videos with this setup, and we are convinced that it's the very best one for vlogging with a GoPro. It's even better than the GoPro Volta or the Creator Combo that just came out, in our opinion, of course. But it's not the only camera that we use. We actually use 3 other cameras in addition to this camera when we're filming our travel vlogs. So in this video, I'm going to break down every piece of this GoPro vlogging setup, as well as explain the other cameras that we use. So stay tuned, and as always, there's a link in the description below to this video of all of the products that I'm going to mention. Alright, so I broke down the whole camera setup here so I can show you each piece, starting with the camera. So this is the GoPro Hero 10. We believe that the GoPro Hero 10 is the best GoPro ever made. There's another video below deep diving into why, but we use a GoPro to vlog. We've been doing that ever since the Hero 7, and we like it just because it's super small and discreet, and the video quality is amazing, as well as the stability. The hyper smooth stability that's built into this camera is so good. Whenever you're walking and talking or wanting to vlog, you can use this camera all by itself, no gimbal or extra stabilizer needed, and the footage is so buttery smooth. And so that's really the main reason why we use the GoPro to vlog. Now, GoPros aren't perfect. There are some shortcomings that we address using the other cameras and some accessories that we have, but overall, the GoPro has been our #1 camera for vlogging. Now, one shortcoming of the GoPro is the sound. GoPros have been getting progressively better. There are more internal microphones built into this GoPro, and so you can use it by itself and get pretty decent sound. However, it's always best to use an external microphone if you can and if you want the very best sound. And unfortunately, the GoPro itself only has one port here. It's got a USB-C port. It doesn't have a 3.5mm microphone jack built in, and to my knowledge, you also cannot use Bluetooth microphones with this camera. So if you want to add your own microphone, which we definitely do, then you want to pop off this side door here, and you want to use something like the GoPro Media Mod. So this Media Mod gives you a couple of extra ports. It gives you a micro HDMI port as well as the 3.5mm mic jack. And so all you do is take this and slide your GoPro inside. So now you've got the GoPro inside of the Media Mod, so you've got the extra ports, and you've also got a couple of cold shoe mounts for adding your own accessories, and you've even got a little microphone here. Now, the Media Mod microphone is slightly better than that of the GoPro itself, but in my opinion, it's still not great, and that's why we like to add our own external microphone. But before I talk about that, let's talk about the alternative to the Media Mod. So besides the Media Mod, you can also add the 3.5mm microphone jack by using this GoPro mic adapter. It has to be this specific adapter, and it's not very cheap, but this is another way to add that microphone jack. The only problem is when you add it to the GoPro, there's really not a good place for this microphone jack to go. So that's why you also have to buy a cage. Ulanzi makes a bunch of them. And this cage gives you a place for the microphone adapter to live. And so now you can stick your GoPro inside of it, have your mic adapter below, and still be able to plug this into the GoPro. Now let's talk about our microphone of choice, which is the Rode Wireless Go 2. We've been using this ever since it came out, and we love it so much that we actually broke one copy, so we actually got it a second time because this microphone system has just been so high quality and so consistent and reliable. But it comes in 3 pieces. There's the receiver, which goes on top of the camera and plugs into it, and also 2 transmitters. So these transmitters have built-in microphones on top, so you can just clip this to your shirt and get going, or you can also plug in your own wired lavalier microphone. But these are really great because you have the microphone right next to you, so you don't have to be super close to the camera, and your voice can still be picked up really well. And we like the Rode Wireless Go 2 because there's 2 of us that are vlogging usually at one time, and so we need that. We need to be able to pick up sound from 2 people. But even if you're a single vlogger, I still recommend getting the Rode Wireless Go 2 because it never hurts to have a backup microphone just in case one gets lost or isn't charged properly or something like that. The next piece of the kit is the mount or the grip. So previously we were using the Joby, it was like an extendable pole, I forgot the name of it, but it was really nice because it was a tripod that could also extend. But then we moved on to the GoPro 3-way, just because it felt nice to use an official GoPro product, and we really like this because it can be, a shorter grip or it can extend, which gives you a little bit of height for whenever you're filming. And the 3-way also has a tripod built in. This is actually version 1 of the 3-way, where the little mini tripod is in the handle. So you have to unscrew it, then you can screw it to the bottom of the 3-way. We did find that this little tripod was really unsteady. It wasn't super helpful to have it. And so there's actually a second version of the 3-way, which we own, but I can't find it. We lost it somewhere. But the nice thing is that the tripod is now built into the handle. And so it's a lot more sturdy. And so we were using the 3-way for a long time, but we just found that, having to undo all of these little hinges here was adding to the setup time, and yeah, it was just not the best solution for us. So we switched over to something else. This is the Insta360 pole. There's actually several different versions of this, but I'll leave the link in the description below to this specific one. But this is our favorite one because it's a really nice grip, but it can extend, and all you have to do is just pull. And it gets really long and tall, and it's just a really nice and fast alternative to the GoPro 3-way, which still gives you the height. And we really need the height because whenever we're vlogging with GoPro, we tend to be shooting in linear mode. And so that eliminates that fisheye effect that everybody associates with GoPro. But the problem is you really need the camera to be a little bit further away from your subject. So whenever we're shooting in linear, we like to use this pole just to get the camera a little bit further away from us. The only possible downside to this grip is that there's no tripod, and so if you want to be able to set it down somewhere or mount it, then it's a little bit difficult to do, but there is a 1/4-inch tripod hole on the bottom, so what you can do is carry a mini tripod with you and just screw it into the bottom whenever you need that tripod. But another nice thing that we added to this grip is this little Ulanzi magnetic mount here. And so it's really nice. It has the 1/4-inch tripod hole in the bottom, so it just screws onto the top of this mount. And then there's also this GoPro mount adapter on top, which is magnetic. And so all we have to do is twist, and we can take off the GoPro, and we can swap it out with any of our other cameras, which I'll mention shortly. But it's a really nice way to quickly change the mount on top of the grip. The last mod that we added to this grip is the Spider Holster Monkey, or something to that effect. And it's right here. It's just a piece of rubber or material that goes around the grip. It's Velcro, but it has a built-in belt attachment, which is really nice because sometimes you're out vlogging and then you want to be able to use both hands, and then there's not an easy way or place to secure the camera. And so having this mount is really nice because now you can clip it to your camera bag, you can clip it to your belt, you can just be hands-free and still have your camera nearby whenever you need to use it. And the last piece of our GoPro vlogging setup is this light. So this is a LumeCube 2.0 light, and as you can see, it's quite a bit bigger than the GoPro light. So this one you can actually get as part of the creator combo, you can buy it separately. And the nice thing about the GoPro light is that it fits really well on the media mod. I mean, it's so nice and flush, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of space, and the light output is actually quite strong. In fact, you actually really need this diffuser. If not, then the light is a little bit too strong. But the diffuser is the #1 reason why I can't really recommend the GoPro light. We actually lost our original diffuser, so I've had to request another diffuser from GoPro. But it comes off so easily. We lost this diffuser almost immediately when we initially had it. And without the diffuser, this light is just way too bright, so you absolutely need it. And it's kind of mind-boggling that this diffuser comes off so easily and it's so easy to lose. And if you do lose it, you can talk to GoPro support and they'll send you like one freebie. But after that, like you're kind of screwed. You can't just buy this diffuser on its own. So instead of the GoPro Lite, we actually like the Lume Cube instead. Now it is quite a bit bigger, so that part is not so great. I do wish it was like maybe half the size. But the nice thing is it's extremely powerful and it has a diffuser that's magnetic. And so it is strong. It's actually quite hard to accidentally lose this diffuser. But if you need to use it, you just pop it on and it makes a really nice, really soft light output. And this whole setup here that's magnetic, you can actually attach, color diffusion domes, you can attach barn doors, you can attach all kinds of other lighting modifiers to this Lume Cube. And so it just makes it a lot more flexible and versatile. And this light is also waterproof. And so I really love this Lume Cube, and this is our setup that we like to use whenever we have to film in the dark or in low lighting with GoPro. Because GoPro still sucks whenever you're filming in low light, so you absolutely need some kind of external light if you're going to film in dark situations with GoPro. So this is everything in our GoPro vlogging setup, but there are a few other accessories to back up some of the components here. So I'm going to pull out my magic bag, which has all the accessories plus the other two cameras that I'm going to talk about. This is my Think Tank turnstile bag, and I absolutely love it because it's relatively small, and yet it's so comfortable. It doesn't weigh on my shoulders, and it has so much space inside of it. I'm able to fit a lot. And so let's open it up, and I'll show you the first piece in here, which is a supporting part of the GoPro setup. And this is a charging case by Cine. And so it's really nice because you can fit in up to 3 other GoPro batteries, and you can charge them all at one time, which is nice because the other official GoPro battery charger only can charge 2 at a time. And so this is really nice. You can charge the unit itself via USB-C, and it also has a USB-A out. And so it's an external battery. So if you have, like a charging cable here, you can plug it into the back, and then you can charge your other devices, such as your cell phones, or what I like to do is charge my GoPro when we're not using it. And so that's one of the ways that we make sure that we have enough battery life throughout the day when we're filming. I know that the GoPro Volta is really attractive because it can give you, I believe, an additional 4 hours of battery life if you're using that battery grip. But over the past few months that we've been filming exclusively with the GoPro Hero 10, we found that we don't need that much extra battery power. We've switched over to the GoPro Enduro batteries. These are the only ones that we use. And we found that for a full day of filming, we need a maximum of 2 of these. And these keep us juiced up throughout the day. But if for whatever reason I am a little bit worried about battery life, then I'll just make sure that we travel with this Cine case inside of our camera bag. And whenever we have some downtime when we're not filming with the GoPro, I plug in the GoPro to this external battery just to keep it juiced up at all times. And so between using the Enduro battery and that little trick with this Cine case, then that's more than enough to keep us fueled up, and I don't have to worry about battery life with GoPro. So now let me introduce you to some of the other cameras that we film with in addition to GoPro, because as great as GoPro is, there are some shortcomings. Number one is the Insta360 ONE RS. And so this is a modular action camera, quite similar to GoPro, but also different, and that you can swap out the lens. And so we keep this configured in the 360 camera format. And so we just have this as our 360 camera. And it's really nice whenever we're filming any action, because the nice thing about 360 is that you can film, it seems like you're filming in one angle, but you're actually filming in 360. So it takes a little bit of work in post-production to go back and edit that video, but you can go back and choose your angles in editing. And so if we're ever filming any action or something where I just can't choose which angle I want to film in, then we pull out this 360 camera and we film with this. The second alternative camera that we have with us at all times is a cell phone. This is use a Samsung Galaxy S10. I believe Martin now has the S22 Ultra or just the newest Samsung, whatever it is. We're Android users. We love the camera quality on the Samsung Galaxy line, and these are great not just for, grabbing Instagram Reels or just like social media posts, but cell phones are actually quite good. They've always been, or at least in modern times, been really good at filming video. We actually started our channel filming video with our cell phones, and so we still fill in the gaps with our cell phones at times, especially if we have to film in low light or in the dark and we don't want to use the external light on our GoPro. We just film with our phones, and that fills in our gaps really well. Okay, well, we had a little sound failure here, so don't mind the fact that my voice doesn't match the video. But the final camera that we use when we're vlogging is our Fujifilm camera. So we have the X-T3 as well as the X-H1, and usually we have at least one of these cameras, and we love it because it's a small mirrorless camera, so it's able to shoot better in low lighting, but more importantly, we can swap out the lens. And that is really key for us whenever we want to zoom, which we often do whenever we're filming travel videos. A good example was when we were filming in Northern California. We did a big vlog series there, and we often saw wildlife. We saw, monarch butterflies, we saw seals, we saw otters. That's something that we absolutely needed a telephoto zoom lens for, and the only way to get that was to use a bigger camera like our Fujifilms. Alright, so these are the 4 cameras that we use to make our travel vlogs. We don't always use every single one of these cameras, but if we're ever traveling for an extended period of time or going somewhere where we know we absolutely want to get the best footage possible, then we are traveling with all 4 of these cameras and using them very consistently. If you watch our latest series about Northern California, quite a few of those vlogs are using almost all of these cameras in them. So I hope it really shows how they complement each other, but our main camera is still definitely the GoPro. This is what we use to film a majority of our vlogs, or at least the A-roll, the pieces of the video that fill in or just tell the whole story. And so, yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. There is a link in the description below to all of these products that I just talked about. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.